Hey there, guys. I know previously I'd said that the Blackhawk equipment's great, haven't had any problems with it, so I thought, well, I'll make a quick video. I haven't started it up for about a week now. I think today is day 8. I try to go out and run it once a week. So I'm going to show you what I do every week and how easy it should be here to start up. One thing I have noticed is that if you look, the fuel line, I don't know if this is normal or not, but it drains, it kind of fills up with air, and I don't know if that's a problem or not. I just have to actually, looks like the whole thing, so I don't know if there's a leak somewhere here with the primer bulb, or if it has to do with the gas tank being so empty. But yeah, I just have to sort of reprime that carb, that line, and everything with each time I start it up. But I guess I'll go ahead and kind of show you how easy it's been. To start this thing up. So in fact, I just moved the fence out of the way. Use that little zip tie that they put on the motor to very gently press that diaphragm down while I prime the line. Just enough to get fuel up into the carb, really. I've already checked and made sure that I've torqued down my spark plug and it's the right specs. I didn't do the head bolts this time. I've done them the last 5 or 6 times, and they're always tight every time I check them now. Always check your throttle linkage, make sure it's not stuck open, and this should start up pretty easily. I don't know if I'll have to run the choke a couple times, but usually I have to give it a little bit of gas. One other thing I'm going to mention is I noticed that I had to put this thing back together after it was shipped to me, and the fuel line the little fuel filter in the fuel line seems to be creating a lot of bubbles in the gasoline from the little short piece of line from that filter up to the carburetor. It doesn't seem to be affecting the how the motor runs. I'm a little worried maybe that if it's affecting it running it a little bit too lean. But what I think is that I haven't attached the fuel line and everything to the frame with just simple zip ties. I think it's getting too much vibration. So I am going to maybe try to loosen it up a little bit, or use a double loop kind of thing that I noticed that they used out there at Blackhawk. They would use a couple different zip ties, but then put a piece of tubing in between there. And I think they're trying to create more of a isolation of the vibration from the frame to the actual fuel line. And then also too, I don't know if the fuel line is a little too long or what. Seems about right, but the filter itself is kind of sitting at an angle. I don't know if it would produce less bubbles if it's sitting upright or not. I'm not real sure. So I'm going to have to play around with that. But I'm going to go ahead and run this for about 10 or 15 minutes and check the spark plug and see how it's running in terms of the fuel air mixture. Been kind of making tiny little adjustments with it. Currently it was running last time too lean, and hopefully it's not the air bubble situation, but I might check that out. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to post them. One other thing, guys, in case you're wondering, I am running premium pump gas in there at the moment. I'm using the full synthetic oil I got from Blackhawk, and I do have some sea foam in there, so I'm putting sea foam in just to help stabilize the gas in case I don't go through it, you know, in a couple weeks. So I think that's a good idea. So I am running that, and I may actually pretty soon go get ethanol-free gas from a local marina. But for right now, I'm using the pump gas, sea foam. It seems to be not causing any problems at all.